I, 21M, was walking around my neighborhood when I heard my very good friend and next-door neighbor, 21M, making a lot of noise. So naturally I was concerned and I knocked on his door, and when he opened it, he immediately went back to moving things around loudly and cleaning around his house frantically. I asked him just out of curiosity what's with the home improvement, to where he got slightly annoyed and said it's just all fun and games for you, nothing really matters, and went on about how there's work to do and things to clean, to where I quickly humbled his attitude, saying the only thing I seen him clean is his plate. He folded instantly and went into kind of a self-emotional breakdown, asking me for his help. He got an email from his parents, and his parents was giving my friend a heads up that they would be visiting his house that day. I didn't understand the problem at first, till my friend told me his parents think he's dumber than a sack of diapers. I don't think he's dumb at all, but I suggested that if his parents was real stupidity, then they would realize their son is not as dumb as they perceive him to be. I even offered to act as a truly dumb person around his parents so he can naturally seem intelligent in comparison, and he agreed. Fast forward about an hour, the house is cleaned up and his parents show up. I leave the house for a bit to make things not look sus, but after his parents come over I knock on the door again, and he introduced me to his parents. I barely make eye contact and talk more like a robot than a human saying words. His dad tries to give me a handshake, and I give him a stuffed animal I brought from my house last minute. My friend then goes along with it and try to teach me how to properly give him a handshake, and I act clueless but eventually shake hands with him. His mom asks me if I'm local, and instead of telling her I'm next door, I sprint outside and run and face first the side of my own house, to signal that's where I live. My friend invites me to stay longer for dinner, and I accept. He's sitting with his family on the couch, and I'm still devoted to my idiot role, so I start running all over the place and slamming myself into the wall. Then my friend starting roasting my outfit, which was strange since it was a normal outfit despite my behavior, and I always wore things like that. Not only that, he made fun of my body shape and physique. I get annoyed and ask him to speak privately in the kitchen where it's just me and him. Then I tell him to chill out on all the insults, and he doesn't take it seriously. At this point I'm under the impression that my friend seriously believes that I really am stupid. I tell him that I'm going to go back on our whole plan because of his attitude and show his parents that I'm really not as dumb as I acted like. This would backfire, since the moment I went back into the living room where his parents was and I acted normal and talked like I had sense for once, his dad automatically assumed the talk in the kitchen was my friend training me to get my act together and talk in complete sentences. Then he praised his son for doing this. I tell everyone and try to reassure them that no one trained me and am genuinely a smart person without his help, but they still don't believe a word I'm saying and continue to make fun of me. I get upset, make a scene, and storm out his house. To make things even more ridiculous, it turns out his parents wasn't even his real parents the whole time, and his real parents was roaming around my neighborhood annoying my other neighbors, asking where their son was. TLDR, Aita for making a scene and storming out my friend's house after his family humiliated me.